This is The Briefing, a podcast presented by Mussio Goodman Law Firm.
So when you're injured in a car accident, there are effectively two claims that you're pursuing at the same time, and there are two insurance policies in play. So the first claim is the tort claim. That's essentially the lawsuit that you're bringing against the driver that caused the accident. The second is the Part 7 claim. The Part 7 is the no-fault benefits that you're entitled to pursuant to your own insurance policy. So what happens, for instance, is when you're injured and you're seeking treatment or you require disability benefits, ICBC has benefits that they're obligated to provide to you under your own contract. So most of the time your treatments will be paid for at least for a while. ICBC will cover your physiotherapy, your chiro, your massage therapy in full. And disability benefits as well. They will pay you up to $740 a week while you're missing work due to your injuries. A few things to keep in mind with that is ICBC will pay for the treatments in full, provided that you find a physiotherapist, for instance, that charges ICBC's prescribed rates. So for instance, if you find a physio, but they're charging more than ICBC is prepared to pay, the problem that you might face is that that extra $20, for instance, that the physio might charge per hour, you would be on the hook for that, and you wouldn't be able to get that reimbursed to you at the end of your settlement. So it's really important to find treatment clinics that can seek approval and get paid by ICBC. Otherwise, you might be left with a bill at the end of the day. And this can pose problems for people, for instance, that live in rural areas where there's, say, one physiotherapist in town and they just happen to charge $20 or $30 more an hour than what ICBC is prepared to pay. That's a real issue because those people end up paying out of pocket and will never see that money back. So the other part of the claim is the tort claim. So aside from the Part 7 benefits that ICBC should be paying for your treatment and for your time off work, anything above that you'd be pursuing through the lawsuit against the other driver. That's the tort claim. So things like pain and suffering, additional treatments or medical expenses that isn't covered under Part 7, or wage loss or loss of earning capacity that isn't covered through the Part 7 disability benefits. So that's where the other driver's insurance policy comes into play. And the hope is that that driver has a third-party policy limit that is high enough to actually pay you out when the time comes to settle. Otherwise, for instance, if the value of your claim exceeds the third-party policy limits of the driver that hit you, then you're left with a situation where you would have to go after that driver personally for anything above that policy limit. And in my experience, you're rarely successful in doing so. So the hope is that if you are injured by another driver, the hope is that their policy limits is high enough to take care of you at the end of the day.